Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Cooking with Confidence. Today I'm going to be giving you a lesson on how to make my version of the sauteed garlic shrimp. If you are a shrimp lover, you're going to love this dish. This is the perfect dish. This should feed about 2 people. It's the perfect appetizer, something to hold you over. So let's get right into it. So I have about 5 slices of white bread from the bakery, a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. I have about a half a pound of shrimp with the tails on. We decided to leave the tails on, but we did devein them. We took that nasty stuff out. I have 6 garlic cloves freshly chopped, 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped shallots as well, a tablespoon of paprika. I have salt, pepper, and obe mixed. I have about a teaspoon each in here. I have 1 tablespoon of barbecue sauce. Yes, barbecue sauce. You'll see why later. 4 tablespoons of butter, a 1/3 cup of heavy cream, and about 3 ounces of fresh parsley. And last but not least, I have about a 1/3 cup of white wine. You can use Chardonnay or Pinot Grigio or cooking white wine if that works. So let's get into it. I have my pan, I have my heat set on about a nice medium heat. I'm going to go right in with some olive oil, just enough to coat the pan, because we're going to be sauteing the garlic and shallots first. So I want to make sure that my pan is hot, and I want to make sure that oil gets all around the pan, because we don't want our garlic to burn. Now, we didn't use all of the garlic. We left about a teaspoon behind. We're going to use that for our garlic cheese bread that we're going to make to go with this dish. So now I'm just adding in the chopped shallots. I'm going to use all of the shallots here. So I'm adding them in, and we're going to mix that around. And remember, the heat is on a medium, kind of a medium heat, because we don't want to burn any of the ingredients here. Now that our garlic and shallots have sauteed, we're going to come right in with the shrimp, all of the shrimp, and we're going to just add it right in. Toss them shrimp right on in that pan and get to cooking. And we're just mixing the shrimp around, making sure that it's all getting cooked evenly, making sure that it's also mixing well with the chopped garlic and the chopped shallots. So now I'm going to add that salt, pepper, and obe mix. And you can add as much as you like. You don't want to be too salty, so I always say go light with the salt first, because you can always add to it, but you can't take away from it. So that's something to think about always when you're cooking anything. Go light with your seasoning early, because you can add to it, but you can never take away. So now this is just me mixing the shrimp up, making sure that garlic is getting all over those shrimp, because remember, this is sauteed garlic shrimp, right? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna cook these shrimp until they are about pinkish in color. We don't want to overcook them, but we want to make sure that they are well done. And now our shrimp is almost getting to that color that we want to have it, kind of pinkish in color. And remember, our heat is on a medium. We're going to turn it up just a little bit, because now we're going to add the white wine. So we're going to come right in, toss that wine in. Oh, yes. Listen to that sizzle. Sounds amazing. If you're following along, then you're hearing it. And if you're following along, you're also smelling the shallots, the garlic, the shrimp, the wine, and it smells amazing. We're now going to turn our pan back down to a low medium, and we're going to come in with that tablespoon of paprika, and we're going to add it all over top of the shrimp. Look at that. And that's going to give it not only flavor, but it's also going to give it some color. So we're just going to give it a mix around. We're going to toss it around, and you know, it's really easy making this dish. It's not much to it. It's simple. So the shrimp are now done, and we're going to start to remove them from the pan so that they don't overcook. And look at all the juices that's left behind. That's sauteed shallots, garlic, that's that wine, that's salt, pepper, and paprika, and boy, does it smell good. But we're going to add some more wine to this. Oh, look at it sizzle. If you're making this, it smells amazing. And I don't have to remind you because you're smelling it, right? Alright, so give that a good stir and let it reduce down just a little. And we're going to go in now and add that tablespoon of barbecue sauce. Yes. This is not only going to add more color to the dish, but it's also going to give it more flavor. That barbecue sauce, that tanginess from it is actually going to, it mix well with the shrimp and the garlic. It's just amazing. So we're going to stir that around. Get it to dissolve all into that sauce, because now we're making a sauce for the shrimp. And so we're going to let this reduce just a little bit more. Give it a mix. Make sure everything's well blended, and you can see the color has changed. And then we're going to come in with that cream, and we're going to add that cream to the sauce. And I wouldn't add it all at once, but add some of it, maybe half of what you have. Mix it well. And here we are. We're going to see the color is going to change again. And if you need to add more of your cream, add more of your cream. If you want more sauce, that's the base of your sauce. So add as much as you like, but I like to add it not too much at once. You want to make sure that it mixes well with the other sauce and it doesn't overpower or take away from, you know, the garlic, the wine, and everything like that. So now I'm coming in with a lemon. And I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of fresh lemon in there. And that fresh squeezed lemon is just going to give it just more flavor. So we're just enhancing the flavor to this dish. Next, what we're going to do is taste your sauce. Make sure that it's well seasoned, that the flavors, you can taste everything. In this case, I felt like I needed a little bit more salt and pepper mixed, so I seasoned it just a little bit more. And I added that. Remember, we didn't add too much seasoning in the beginning because we didn't want to overpower it with the salt. So I just added some more just to enhance that flavor just a bit more. And next we're going to add some of our butter to the sauce. And this is just going to make the sauce more rich, more flavorful, and give it a good consistency. We're not going to use all of the butter here in this sauce because we're going to save half of that butter, and we're going to make a butter garlic for the bread. So we're going to make a butter garlic cheese bread to go with this shrimp and sauce. So just add the butter in and mix it around. Now that the butter has started to dissolve, we're going to turn the heat to the lowest that your stove will allow. And then we're going to get right into making the garlic cheese toast. So the bread from earlier, I sliced it in half because we wanted them to be thin. And I'm just going to spray the pan, a non-stick baking pan, with some non-stick spray. And I'm going to align the bread slices all over the pan. Now what I did earlier with the remaining butter and garlic that we kept over, I just heated that up, and now we're going to brush it on the bread. And we want to make sure that we coat every single slice, because this is also going to make the dish the bomb. I mean, we have garlic and butter everywhere, and what's garlic sauteed shrimp without garlic and butter? So I'm just going to coat each slice with the garlic butter and make sure it's well coated. Get the garlic chunks on there. We don't have any to waste. And next I'm going to come in with that Parmesan shredded cheese, and I'm just going to top each slice. Yes, cheesy. And this is going to be amazing. I mean, it's going to be nice and toasted, but but it's also going to have that garlic buttery taste, and then it's going to be cheesy as well. So I mean, it's just like a party in your mouth. And then we're just going to put this in the oven under the broiler on low, but make sure that you're paying attention to it because you don't want to burn your bread. This is all the bread that you have. And so we're back over here with the sauce now. We're going to turn it up to a medium, and we're almost done. So we're going to turn it on a low medium. And so now we're going to take that parsley and we're going to chop it up. Chop it up. And we're going to come right in and add our fully cooked shrimp back to the sauce that we've heated up. And we're going to make sure that we toss the shrimp around in that sauce to get it fully coated with that butter, creamy, garlicky sauce. And then we're going to take the diced parsley that we just diced up, and we're going to add that to the shrimp. Look at that. And so it's pretty, right? It's color, it's adding color, it's also adding flavor. And we're going to toss that around, and we're going to stir it for maybe about 45 seconds to a minute or so, just to make sure that the shrimp are warm. And we're going to remove the toast from the oven. Oh, look at that. Nice and toasty, and it's so crispy, but it's still buttery, garlicky, and cheesy. And we're done. Let's plate everything up. And I just grabbed a bowl, and you want to use a bowl because you have all that sauce there. And I'm just taking the shrimp out, and I'm just putting them in the bowl, and then I'm going to pour that sauce right on top. OMG. Look at that sauce. It's creamy, it's buttery, it's garlicky, and we want it all. Put it all over that shrimp, because this is what it's all about. It's all about the shrimp being garlicky, creamy, and buttery. And I'm just going to fix it up a little bit because plate presentation is everything. Everybody wants their plate to look good. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm just going to grab the toast, and I'm going to line the toast around the bowl, just to serve it up pretty, you know. And my handy tongs here. Get you some tongs if you don't have tongs, because tongs are great for everything, like cooking everything. They come in handy, I swear. Okay, and look at that. Look at that toast. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to eat this. Yum. And there you have it. Sauteed garlic shrimp with a butter garlic cheesy toast. If you liked what you saw today, please give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe, and we hope to see you next week. Thanks for cooking with confidence. Bye.